Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So, thank you for tuning in for today's live stream. I wanted to kind of come online here and do a little bit of an update about the channel, kind of where I've been, cryptocurrency, and pretty much anything else. If you would be interested in hear about crypto, investments, stuff like that, please feel free to leave a live chat. Low Roller, nice to see you here. It's been a little bit. Yeah, you asked where I've been. So for the last little while, I have decided to take a little bit of a break from cryptocurrency. Volume is too low. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's see. Is this any better? Looks like that should be a little bit better on the audio meter. Sorry about that, Low Roller. Yeah, so you had asked where I've been. What I was saying there, I'm sorry again that the volume was a little bit low, but yeah, I've decided to take just a little bit of a break from YouTube and from cryptocurrency, just for a couple reasons. Nothing crazy. Obviously, I'm sure as you've seen, cryptocurrency, glad to see the volume's a little bit better. Cryptocurrency's been down a little bit, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It is something that I think a lot of us were prepared for. At least I'm not completely surprised by it being down. Bitcoin, as we can see here, is about $20,000, just above, which is down quite a bit from where it was just earlier this year. So there's been a lot of things going on in the financial world that have possibly contributed to Bitcoin going down like this and other cryptocurrencies, but overall, I think this was to be expected. It's part of the Bitcoin cycle. We saw this exact same thing happen in 2017, 2018, and going forward into 2019 and 2020. Bitcoin halved in 2016. It went up like crazy in 2017, and then it kind of crashed back down to the $3,000 to $8,000 range for a year or two, and then we saw Bitcoin halve again in 2020, and we didn't see it start to pick up. 2021, it went crazy, $64,000, $65,000, $66,000, and now in 2022, we're starting to see it calm down. This is definitely something to be expected. It's nothing crazy. Of course, I, like many of you guys, would love to see Bitcoin back up around the $68,000 range, and Ethereum, a couple $1,000s more. All these coins, of course, I would love to see them up higher, but it's to be expected here. I think nothing crazy out of the ordinary to see these kind of prices right now. Who knows? They may continue to fall. I've seen predictions that Bitcoin could be between $12,000 and $14,000 by the end of the year. Who knows? But Low Roller, you did ask there if I still collect from free Bitcoin faucets. The answer is definitely still a yes. Now, as I said, I've been kind of taking a little bit of a break from crypto, which does not just mean YouTube. I haven't really been as active on some of the faucets, the cloud mining sites, stuff like that. But a lot of them do have passive options, and if you remember a few months ago, I had been making a lot of videos about the auto faucets, where you pretty much just set them up, forget about them, and they do their thing. Those are still a great key faucet to have, whether you are active in crypto or not, because those faucets you could, as I've talked about in the past, put in minimal amount of work and effort to maintain them. And by that I mean maybe on the high end, a half hour to an hour a week, which is really good. If you're looking at maybe 4 hours a month just to make sure that 4 or 5 faucets are running, that you could potentially earn $20, $30, $40, $50 in crypto from these sites, it would be really, really good return on investment. So those are still a key faucet that I'm using. Free Bitcoin, of course, Coin Faucet, Faucet Crypto. Those are all of the main ones that I kind of talked about a little while before kind of stepping away from YouTube are still very active faucets that pay really well. I've kind of narrowed it down to what I think are probably the best investment for your time and for your, how much crypto you get out of it, so your return on your time. So that's kind of what I've been doing with faucets. Low roller, yes, I did hear about the Ethereum merge finishing, and you can no longer mine Ethereum, which is definitely pretty crazy. I'm not gonna, sit here and tell you anything about it or anything. I'll be upfront. I haven't really followed it that much. I do have my mining rigs that have traditionally, been mining Ethereum, but at this time, I'm not really too much into the mining space. Really haven't followed Ethereum too much. Which, hey, we saw it was coming. I actually am kind of surprised it happened this soon. I thought it would probably be into 2023 before it happened, but hey, it did. We'll see what happens with it. We'll see if that makes a shift for a lot of other cryptocurrencies and see where it takes Ethereum, because, a lot of people think that it could be a bad thing. I'm a big fan of mining, the proof of work. I've always had an interest in that side of cryptocurrency, whether it was Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ravencoin or Dogecoin, whatever coin I was mining at the time. I always thought that was a really cool way to do it. But I do see the argument from the other side of why you shouldn't mine, on how power hungry it is, stuff like that. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I will personally be interested to see what happens with cryptocurrency, especially Ethereum, now that it's switched from a POW stance more towards a POS stance. So definitely interesting. We'll see what happens to it. And I think it's something to keep an eye on, especially as we go into the next Bitcoin cycle, which, as to be expected, if it sticks with the cycle, which so far looks like it has been, will be in 2024. Meaning that my prediction is probably around 2025 when we will start to see another really crazy, really, tons of coverage kind of bull run that we saw earlier this year and last year. The same thing happened in 2017, 2021, and I'm hoping, and I'm at this point expecting to see the same thing happen in 2025. Of course, those are just predictions. The best thing that I would recommend doing is, if you don't want to invest, continue to use those free faucets like Low Roller was saying. And I hope to do an updated video here in a little bit, but they're super cool. It's a great way to get into crypto, and I believe that if we do see another bull run, we will easily see Bitcoin over $100,000, maybe even higher than that, around the 200 or 250 range, which would be crazy. But if that was to happen, I would not be surprised to see many of those faucets and free cryptocurrency type of sites unfortunately disappear, because they're a business. They need to make money as well. They're not just giving out free crypto. Of course, they're supplementing that with ads and other methods of income to then give you a small portion of that and pocket the rest. If one Satoshi of Bitcoin is worth more than what they can get out of ads, unfortunately, they're going to have to close up shop. So using those faucets right now, I think, is an absolute key thing that everybody should be doing to collect as much crypto as you can before inevitably it will go away. Maybe it'll go away and then they'll come back if Bitcoin falls, but a lot of times I think if something like that kind of goes away, and we've already seen it, a lot of cloud mining sites used to be around in the past. 2016, the 2015-2016 time in crypto and cloud mining, I think, was one of the coolest times, because there were so many good, profitable cloud mining sites out there that you could invest in. And unfortunately, 2017, there was a really big bull run, a lot of interest in crypto, which also meant a lot of scams in cryptocurrency, meaning a lot of fake cloud mining sites, which you could be profitable on if you got in and out at the right time. Unfortunately, many people were not as lucky as that, and they did lose money in a lot of these sites, which unfortunately ruined a lot of the legitimate cloud mining sites, because nobody would trust them, even though they had been around and paying for many, many years. So, long story short, faucets are great. I think you should continue to use them. And yeah, I can make a post here on the community page about being live. Not sure how long I'm going to be sticking around. I just kind of wanted to pop on, do a little bit of an update. Nothing crazy going on. Like I said, I don't have any new sites or new coins to be mining, anything like that. It was more just a had a little bit of time, thought I'd pop in and do a quick live stream, maybe 20, 30 minutes tops here, just to kind of talk about the break and kind of stepping away from YouTube for just a little bit. And of course, I would love to get back into YouTube videos and doing them a lot, but unfortunately, what I was seeing, and I did see a few comments. There were not many comments, but I personally noticed that a lot of my videos on the channel here seemed to be getting a little bit repetitive, whether it was the same topic, the same site, and really there just wasn't a lot of activity going on in crypto. And I do remember this same thing happening in 2018, 2019, when prices started to drop, the views on the videos started to go down, there weren't a ton of new sites, there wasn't a lot to update on the news side of things, and I kind of stepped away from YouTube for a little while, came back in 2020 as it started to, gain some traction again with the pandemic and stuff like that. So unfortunately, at that point, the old Bitcoin tips got deleted, and we had to start over here, which, who knows, that story happened. But, so it's not super surprising to me that this is kind of happening right now with, kind of taking a little bit of a break from YouTube. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers out there in the crypto space that have continued to make videos. For me, crypto was always just a side hobby, and I'm not a full-time miner, a full-time crypto investor, anything like that, whereas some of these people who have hundreds and thousands of dollars then, in mining equipment, I have 2 rigs with, at this point, maybe 6 or 8 GPUs, and they're all RX 580s and 10 series GPUs. They're nothing new. They're 5-6 years old. So it's really more of a hobby for me. And that's kind of why I've kind of stepped away, started a new job, and have not really been focusing on crypto too much. Of course, I still have all my crypto. I have not sold any, and I'm just kind of holding through this market here. That's what I'm hoping is we'll start to see it come back up, and we can sell then, or like I've done over the past 2 bear markets, or bull markets, actually, is hold and see where it goes. With the really cool thing that I think about, and the way I look at faucets is, if you get faucets and you use them, you get free crypto. It doesn't matter what happens. For example, you get a Bitcoin, 1 whole Bitcoin from a faucet. If it was $100 that day and it goes to $200 the next, great. You just made $200. You might say, oh, well, I made $100, but really you made $200 because you didn't invest anything. So the same thing goes if that Bitcoin is $100 and it falls to $50, you've made $50. All you did was go and click a button on a faucet. So that's the way I look at crypto, really, because a lot of my crypto came from faucets. So, all right, chat's been going a little bit here. Low Roller said Dogecoin Mars is still alive compared to some of the other meme coins. Yeah, I never got into that one. I still have my Shiba Inu. I haven't done anything with it. It's just sitting in the wallet. But hey, we'll see where it goes. Again, a lot of that was free. It is what it is. We'll see where it goes. If it goes away, oh well. If it comes back, great. And let's see. Oh, you were talking about the Luna fiasco. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And I did hear the creator of Luna has started another project. I'd stay away from it if I were you. I never got into the original Luna project, which definitely was, good when everything crashed. But a lot of people did lose a lot of money. And I think things like that really cause a lot of fear in crypto. It's funny you bring up BitConnect. I think Luna is equivalent to the BitConnect of the 2016-2017 bull run to the 2021 bull run. We had this great platform that everybody was using. It was, all over YouTube. Seemed like it was going to be the next greatest thing. And then one day, the switch was turned off and everybody lost all their money. So it is what it is. I think, unfortunately, those are part of cryptocurrency. There's no governing body that will protect people from those, and that's something that a lot of people don't realize with crypto is there are scams out there, not just websites looking to steal your money. There are full-on projects that are scams or, built unsustainably. So that's definitely definitely something to think about. It's part of crypto, and I think we may start to see some regulation or something come into it, which unfortunately, on one side, I think should happen to prevent things like that, but on the other side, I think it takes away from the nature of what crypto was meant to be. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But let's see. I guess that's the name. You said for me, I switched to ETH Classic, mining BTT on Unminable. So yeah, that's super cool. Old cards, 480s, okay, and a 2060. Okay, yeah, I've got 580s and two 1660 Ti's. I think I still have two of them, but yeah, so nothing fancy. But hey, it is what it is, and like I said, if mining, I would love to have been more invested, if looking back, obviously seeing the bull run, how crazy mining got. Of course, I would have bought every single RTX 3080 Ti that I could have on launch day to hopefully get them and put them in mining rigs. But unfortunately, I didn't, and oh well, it is what it is. But I think mining is a really, really cool way of being a part of cryptocurrency. And it was part of the reason I got into cryptocurrency, because I enjoyed building computers, working with computers, and this was a reason to buy a lot of really cool computer stuff and make money with it. So I think mining has a really good place in crypto, and unfortunately with things like Ethereum splitting off of POW, I think we're going to see a lot more of that in the future. Low Roller, you said, are you mining? Oh, wait a minute, I skipped a few. Low Roller said ETH Classic is goodbye for the next bull run. Yeah, I think right now getting as many coins and diversifying, of course, across as many coins as you can, whether you buy them or get them from faucets, anything like that is a great idea. Let's see. You said I'm holding my Polaris cards, not selling them. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think computer parts were just as crazy as crypto over the last few years in prices and demand. So, Low Roller said, are you mining Dogelon Mars? It could be the next Dogecoin. I am not. I have not really looked into it. I looked into it a few months ago, back in the spring, and I never really did anything with it. So I may have to look into it again, but at this time I do not have any, and at this time I don't have any plans to get any, but who knows, that could change. And he said you should start mining Dogelon Mars. So how many are you mining if you're mining them? How's it going for you? Said Luna was the government problem. Solution to set crypto for the big bear. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't follow Luna too closely, so I obviously know it crashed out and a lot of people lost money. It was a big project that went away pretty much. You said I didn't have any. Made like $20 and bought someone. It tipped like $5 worth. Yeah, and that's there was the YouTuber Trevon James. I don't know if anybody remembers him from the BitConnect days. I still remember I had gotten home and I went to check my BitConnect account, and it was minutes after they had made their call of they were closing down or whatever they said. I don't remember that part. It was too late. The website was so bogged down with all the traffic, I couldn't get in to sell my coins. But I remember Trevon James, who was one of, if not the biggest promoter on YouTube for this platform. He was allegedly working with their marketing team, their executive team to market this platform. He had, at least in his videos, and of course editing is all over, you could do whatever. He had hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly even millions of dollars in this. I don't remember exactly. But I remember me not being able to get onto the website to sell my coins, and he was live on YouTube purchasing those coins, buying them. They went from $450 maybe to, $3 in a matter of minutes. And he's out here throwing whole Bitcoins worth of money at them. And of course, this is 2017. I think it was 2017 or 2018 maybe. So Bitcoin was, at least $10,000, if not, closer to 20 because of that bull run. So it's interesting to see what people do buying the dip and what their rationale behind things like that is. So who knows? And, we may see, like I said, the original creator of Luna is possibly creating something else. So we may even see it again. But All right, you said been harvesting the Loot TV points for the Dutchy faucet. Yeah, that, like I said earlier, those auto faucets, the Dutchy faucet, autofaucet.org, Fire Faucet, all of those are super good because you can, like you said, just set up Loot TV, set up Hideout TV, and you put in maybe 5 minutes a day to check and make sure everything's still running. That adds up. That's what, 35 minutes a week? Okay, so you're looking at 2 hours a month. That's pretty good, in my opinion, for what you can earn from those sites, especially as you level up and use them a little bit more. Drill Hub, nice to see you here. You said if you get any meme coins, might as well be Baby Doge, but I'd stay away from meme coins altogether. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. I personally, I looked at some of these coins, obviously when Dogecoin was going up, I already had Dogecoin. I have, as long as I can remember in crypto, always used Dogecoin in some capacity, whether it was to just send because it was so fast, or you could get so many, so it looked like you had a lot of money, but really it was only $10. Things like that. But I had the Dogecoin when these meme coins kind of came around, Shiba Inu. I looked at it and said, I think this has a potential, but we'll see what happens. I think I can risk throwing $20 and maybe some time on my GPU rigs in there to get some of them. And I think that's something that everybody has to come up with on their own, because I'm not going to, recommend in the slightest that you go and throw $10 into every meme coin and hope that one of them goes to, $1 or whatever. But because they're so cheap, a lot of times if you think that there's even a slight possibility, and if you're claiming from faucets like we've been talking about, take some of that free money you got from those faucets, throw it into those coins and see what happens. If it goes up, great. If not, it was free money anyways. You didn't really lose anything. That's at least how I look at it. But so O said plus the next bull run, those 480s will probably make $3 to $5 a day again. Yeah, but we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to see if mining sticks around in the capacity. Obviously, Bitcoin, I don't think we'll ever see switch, but I don't know. I could be wrong. It'll be interesting to see, and I think a lot of GPU mining type coins are either going to go away, they're going to switch like Ethereum did, or we might just not see new ones show up. It's all going to be POS or another method of, mining. And then you said, when I first started watching your channel was back during CoinPot. I had no crypto and got Doge from CoinPot, made like 4K in the bull run, bought some GPUs. Hey, that is super, super cool, because, yeah, those faucets back then were great. And I still really want to know what happened to CoinPot, because they were very unclear about what happened when they closed. I used the Moon faucets back in 2015 when I first started with crypto, before they were part of CoinPot, before CoinPot was a thing, and continued using them through the CoinPot days. And really, CoinPot had a great system going on, I thought. And I think my speculation as to what happened with CoinPot was they had that investment program with their CoinPot tokens that you could buy. Each token was like a Satoshi, and you could invest it with them. And I want to say that if you invested, it was like a million. I think it was 0.1 Bitcoins worth of these tokens was the top like diamond or platinum level. And you could earn like 50 or 60% interest per year. My guess is they got more demand in that area than they were expecting and couldn't pay it out. That's what I'm guessing happened, because they were doing really well. Those faucets were doing really well, and they just disappeared. But that's super, super, super cool to hear that you made a bunch of money with those faucets from watching this channel. You said that it was only about 2 years ago, but your coin videos. Oh, wow, that's super, super cool. That's when I first started in crypto, I thought, I probably have told this story here on the channel before, but I can remember the first morning. It was a Sunday morning, because free Bitcoin pays out on Sundays. It was the first week, I think, halfway through the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, one of those days, I found free Bitcoin. I've been reading about Bitcoin, watching some videos about Bitcoin. I found this site, started claiming from it, thought, it is what it is. Now, at this time, just remember that free Bitcoin, each free roll, your minimum prize was like 25,000 Satoshis. So you're getting a ton of Satoshis compared to today. But I remember waking up and I had seen that free Bitcoin had paid out I don't know, it was 14 cents. That's all I remember. I don't remember how many Satoshis it was, but it was 14 cents USD into my Coinbase wallet. And I remember, seeing that, I was like, oh my God, it actually worked. Like this is something you can actually go online and you can actually make money. Now, of course, it's 14 cents. What are you going to buy? Nothing. So it's one of those things. And I remember I found a couple other faucets, some of them being the CoinPot faucets. And I remember there wasn't a ton of stuff on YouTube about these faucets. So I thought, well, let me make a YouTube video and see what happens. I had made YouTube videos in the past about playing games and Minecraft and stuff like that, and they never really went anywhere, and I always thought it would be cool to, have a successful YouTube channel. And it was my world's best and highest paying faucet video for it may have been 2017 at that point, because I think I started the original Bitcoin Tips channel in March of 2016. So it was the turn of the year to 2017. I made that video, and it got like 120,000 views, and I was like, that's crazy. I would have never expected to have a video get that many views. And it was really the start of putting a lot of effort into these videos and streaming and stuff like that. So super cool to hear that, some of those videos did impact, you and others as well. That's super, super cool. And really it's part of the reason I wanted to create Bitcoin Tips was to help people learn about these other sites and see that, yes, Bitcoin might be $20,000 right now, but that doesn't mean that you have to have $20,000 to be a part of this community, a part of this new technology. And, of course, there are other coins out there. There's Shiba Inu that's, 4 zeros and 12 here. Of course, a lot of people can afford that. But there's a risk in there. And I think by using the faucets, it removes that element of, I put my hard-earned money into this thing that could disappear tomorrow. A lot of people, if you go on, click a button, okay, cool, it took me 30 seconds. What happens if that goes away? Nothing. So that's super cool. I'm really glad that the videos here have helped you and helped you find new sites that you were able to make some money and actually buy some stuff with. So super cool. But you said, I think GPU mining will come back because people don't want to buy crypto and only mine it because POS is basically the stock market. It might take a bit, but I believe it'll become great again. That's actually a really good point I hadn't thought about, is POS kind of makes it more like the stock market. I had never thought of it like that. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a really good argument. I would like to agree. I would love to see GPU mining come back. I think it's a great, community, a great hobby, a great reason that a lot of this is built on. Obviously, cryptocurrency was built on GPU mining with Bitcoin. So I think, yes, there is a chance it'll come back, but I think there's going to be a lot of pushback going forward with the whole, green energy movement and stuff like that. And absolutely, I can see both sides of that. I think, yes, there is a lot of energy being used, but at the same time, I believe that if you pay for that energy, you should be able to do what you want with it. So, it's the same thing as saying, why do you need to keep an office building at 72 degrees? Why can't you keep it at 78 degrees to save money on energy? So, we'll see. But, and Low Roller, you said faucets used to give 5 to 10 Dogecoin per claim every 5 minutes in 2017. Yep, I remember those. I remember using EOBot. If any of you have been around since the EOBot days to mine Dogecoin, and I remember mining, 10, 15, 20,000 Dogecoin, which, at this point is, a couple $1,000 maybe, or maybe not quite, but a couple $100 at least. So definitely interesting. But you said, I think CoinPot shut down because there was a roller method to get a lot of Doge. Oh, yeah, I was not aware of that. Plus the infinite Dogecoin roller, that was amazing. I was not aware of that. I never actually stumbled upon that, so that's kind of interesting. And, oh, you said, yeah, it's annoying they deleted your other channel. Okay, that's funny. I appreciate that comment. But, yeah, I agree. It was, who knows what the issue was. Unfortunately, it happened, but, hey, we're here. You know, the channel's been doing okay, obviously, since I haven't been posting videos. The views are down, the watch time's down, all of that. But I'm sure if I started posting videos again consistently with, you know, decent content, it would start to grow a little bit faster. So hopefully we can get back on it here in a little while. But like I said, I've been pretty busy with starting a new job and crypto being slower. I decided, you know, now is probably the right time to step away for a little bit, just take a breather from it, and kind of see what happens with crypto and everything else. So, and oh, you said it's true. I never bought crypto with money. Only from faucets, phone farming, and mining. You can definitely make a lot. It's worth it as a hobby, if anything. That's a great way to look at it. That's pretty much the way I've approached crypto since I started in 2015. So that's super cool. But Low Roller, you said you can take online surveys, use survey monies to buy more crypto. Yeah, absolutely. That's another way. Personally, for me, I don't really like doing surveys. I think some of them either ask for way too much information or they take way too long. That's my personal opinion, but that's absolutely a completely viable way of going about it, and you can actually earn a decent amount of money. You know, in most cases, I think surveys do pay out a little bit higher than a lot of faucets. So it's something that if people are okay with, you know, it's something that is a viable way to earn a decent amount of, you know, crypto for just spending a little bit of time online. All right, we're probably going to be wrapping this up here in just a little bit, but I appreciate everybody for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done a stream. And it's nice to see some of the familiar names and kind of give an update. And like I said, I hope to be doing these a little bit more frequently in the future. But Low Roller, you said worker shortage, can't find employees. Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. Bitcoin entered the first recession. Yeah, we'll see. You know, I don't think it's been officially called, but I wouldn't be super surprised if we do see that here in the future. Who knows? I think we're headed that way, but maybe they'll save it. I don't know. There's a lot of things that go on in the traditional financial world that I don't necessarily understand, even though I do make an attempt to. But hey, you know, that's why I'm not in that area. Oh, you said I've also had issues with the surveys paying out, but if they do, pay like $5 or more usually. So exactly, yeah. Like I said, I've never really gotten into the surveys just because I don't really like taking that much time to do them. And that, like I said, that's my personal opinion. And there are, like you said, people out there, $5. That's probably more than, you know, that might be on par with some of my higher rolls on free Bitcoin that happen once every few months. And like I said, you can earn a lot more, so it is what it is. So, and Low Roll, you said surveys are the fastest to earn a lot of money from crypto. So yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's just a different way that I never really got into. So it doesn't mean it's not necessarily a good way. It's just not my preferred way. So, and then, oh, you said always in a different account. I get deleted a lot. Okay. But yeah. Well, again, thank you guys for stopping by. Like I said, I should do about a half hour here on the stream. Keep an eye out here. I'll probably write a channel update in the community section so that some people who weren't able to join here get a little bit of an update on the channel. And stay tuned. Like I said, if I can find some new sites, some update videos that aren't necessarily as repetitive, I'd love to do an update here on the channel. And we'll start to see where crypto goes. But Low Roller right here said, focus on surveys that can pay you $25 to $100 per survey or more. That would definitely be really nice to see. But yeah, I'll have to look into them. But thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys have a nice evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video or next stream.